Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this morning mountain weather update, and this is the On the Snow, Snow Before You Go forecast. Here's what I'm seeing. As far as the forecast goes, it's all about these two storm systems. The first week of February, basically 2-1 through 2-9. The initial freezing levels are going to be very high. It's been exceptionally warm across the west, but they'll progressively fall each day. It'll get a little bit colder. We're not talking Arctic air. I'm not saying that at all, but it is going to be just cold enough in a lot of places. All right, storm number 1 brings in a moderate intensity surge of atmospheric river moisture. That hasn't changed. But now storm 2 will also do that. So the two storm systems will both pack a nice slug of moisture in California, and then some of that will get carried into the interior. Now, as far as the Panhandle Hook storm system for Colorado on 2-3, the track is trending a little further south. That pulls the heaviest snow away from a lot of the Continental Divide, the foothills in the Denver area. It weakens the storm a little bit. So I'll show you all that in this update. We've already got precip showing up on radar. Let me show you that right now. You can see it. Out of the Pacific Northwest, you've got heavy precip, but it's very high snow levels up there in Washington, Oregon, BC of like 8,000 feet. That precludes a lot of places from seeing good snow. In California, here it comes. That heavy slug of moisture with storm number 1 is moving in. That's what this is all from, storm number 1. That will hit Tahoe and Mammoth tonight into tomorrow. Snow levels there will start at about 7,500 feet as well, and then those will fall over the course of time. Let me give you the lay of the land with the water vapor satellite imagery this morning. So here it comes. Look at that. That's big storm number 1. Lots of tight circulation with that and a lot of moisture being drawn up. Storm number 2 is right behind it. Both of these are following a strong subtropical jet stream and crashing right into the west coast. So storm 1 comes in tonight to tomorrow and then moves across the Intermountain West. Storm number 2 will dive a little further to the south, hold on a little bit longer, and then it will move into California and then move into the interior, basically 2-5 through 2-9 as it looks right now. And yes, both of these storms will have a moderate intensity atmospheric river surge. In fact, here's the forecast, integrated vapor transport. You can see the first spike with the first storm, second spike with the second storm, and this is for that central to northern California coastline around, say, San Francisco. So that's what we're dealing with, two storms with a very similar amount of moisture intensity. Let me just show you what the forecast radar and satellite look like. So that's the situation by Thursday morning. Heavy snow, Shasta, Tahoe, Mammoth. Storm system plows into the Intermountain West late on 2-1. And here's 2-2 in the morning. Snow for the Wasatch, snow in Idaho, Nevada, moving into Colorado. In particular, in Colorado, over the next, during this time frame, 2-1 through 2-9, the heaviest accumulations will be western slope and southwest Colorado, with significantly less accumulation as you go east of Vail into Summit County, Continental Divide, less snow as it looks right now because the storm on 2-3, and let me show it to you. Here's the rest of 2-2. Here's the morning of 2-3. We're going to get some snowfall here across Denver, the foothills, and the Continental Divide, but I don't know if it's going to be a lot. The area of low pressure is just a little further to the south today. Watch it on 2-3. By the time we get into 2-4, it's over. So we could pick up 3 to 6 inches, you know, at Loveland, A-Basin, Keystone, Winter Park, down through the foothills. But there's significantly more accumulation as you go Vail west and down into southwest Colorado. So there's 2-4 in the morning. That storm's over. Here comes storm number 2. It takes its time. Like I said, it's digging pretty far to the south. By 2-7 in the morning, it's starting to make its move, and there it is. You've got snow through the Wasatch, Tetons, Colorado. This one's a little bit more ragged. There's 2-8 in the afternoon. There's 2-9. So it may even go into late 2-9, even 2-10. It's such a slow mover, but it's a little bit more ragged. You can see it doesn't come through as one tight circulation. It just keeps throwing moisture through the interior states of Utah, Wyoming, and Colorado. All right, let's talk jet stream here. All right, here is 2-1. And this has been pretty consistent. That big jet streak coming in, that subtropical jet. No, storm number 1 is right on the nose of that in California. All right, storm number 2, this is 2-9. You can see the big broad trough. That's why it's moving so slow. It may last into 2-10. But that trough has yet to move through the Intermountain West on 2-9 very late in the day. So it's taking its sweet time. Grand total map. So this is the combination of Storm 1 and Storm 2. 2-1 through 2-9. Anywhere from 2 to 5 feet of grand total snow in the Sierra. Amazing. Over 2 feet for the Wasatch, about 2 feet for the Tetons, 10 to 20 inches for Brundage down to Sun Valley, less in Schweitzer, 5 to 12 up there in parts of Montana, and 1 to 3 feet for Colorado. But you can see it. Here's the caveat. Significantly less snowfall east of Vail. Again, maybe 3 to 6 inches up there at Loveland, A Basin, Eldora, Cameron Pass. But as soon as you go Vail West and then down into the Southwest Mountains, you're in that 1 to 3 foot range. Northern New Mexico does very well out of this, especially with that shift of that Panhandle hook storm down to the south a little bit more. That will sock in those areas with more intensity. Let me take you in. This is the grand total map on what you just saw in Colorado along I-70 North. Look at the cutoff. So Vail West, 1 to 2 feet, maybe 3 feet down in the San Juans. You go into Summit County and up to the Continental Divide, 3 to 6 inches. Maybe a bit more over Breck in the 10-mile range. Let's go a little further west. Elk Mountains, Elk Range here, Aspen, Snowmass, 1 to 2 feet. Capitol Peak, Indy Pass, Mount Elbert down through the Collegiates, about a foot for a lot of those areas. Again, this is on the western side of the state, especially down into southwest Colorado. That's where the biggest totals are all going to be. Okay, one last stop. No, let's do it by time period. All right, 2-1 through 2-4. So storm number 1, you can see the amount of accumulation. Anywhere in purple is a foot or more. So there's some big accumulation with that storm system, number 1. Here's storm number 2, 2-5 through 2-9. And keep in mind, it may last into 2-10 in some places, but another foot for a lot of places. Another couple of feet, maybe more, over parts of the Sierra. So again, storm 1, storm 2, give you those grand totals that we were looking at earlier. One more stop in the northeast. Again, very little snow here, mainly 2-1 into 2-2, 1 to 2 inches, and that's probably going to do it. All right, we'll end on the grand total map, 2-1 through 2-9, and this will be an exciting period with a lot of accumulation across the west. Really looking forward to it. All right, thanks for tuning in here to this mountain weather update for On the Snow. This is the Snow Before You Go forecast. Take care.